In the ring, it's going to be a more competitive fight than what people think. But, you know, I think Tank's skills is just above these guys.
I'm gonna go back to the drawing board. Obviously, you know, I didn't do enough to win, so I'm gonna make sure we do.
Adrien Broner doesn't see Lamont as a real threat. After watching Gervonta Davis push himself in training, Broner is confident the fight might start off looking competitive, but Tank's skills are just too much. He believes Gervonta will take control easily if he stays focused and avoids the same distractions that affected him in their first fight. According to Broner, when Tank's mind is right, nobody can stop him.
I'm pretty sure y'all know whose side I'm on. Of course, I'm with Tank. But I think it's going to be a more... it's going to be a bigger fight than what people think, as far as in the ring. I know it's going to be a big fight to the fans, of course. But in the ring, it's going to be a more competitive fight than what people think. But, you know, I think Tank's skills is just above these guys, man. And plus he got that showstopper. So, as long as Tank is 100% straight, focused, man, you know, I don't think he have no problem with Broner.
Adrien Broner played an important role in Gervonta Davis's rise in boxing. They used to be close, constantly around each other, sharing advice and staying locked in on the sport. As time went on, their careers led them down different roads. But according to Broner, their relationship is still solid. Even though they're not always together now, the respect is real, and the connection they built hasn't faded.
Like right now, me and Tank, like, it's weird because he loved me to death. He know I love him to death. But we don't talk every day how we used to. Nigga, it used to be a time where you ain't see me without Tank, or you ain't see Tank without me. But what happened was, I think what happened was, he just like, damn, bro. I feel like he look up to me so much, it's like I let him down. Cause he's somebody that really know like what I can do and how good I am. And it's like, he feel like, man, you tripping. You know what I mean?
Broner opened up about the moment he stepped back from guiding Gervonta Davis and let Floyd Mayweather take the lead. He admitted he couldn't give Tank the full support he needed to reach his potential. At that time, Mayweather had the money, connections, and platform that Broner didn't. Instead of letting pride get in the way, Broner made a selfless decision for Tank's future. That move ended up being a major turning point in Davis's rise to stardom.
I brought him to the gym with an AB shirt on. But I didn't have everything right yet. You know, everything wasn't moving yet. You know, I was a little slow on my feet. So I gave him the floor. And every time we bring it up, Flav like, thank you, AB. You gave me a good one.
Does that feel like a win for About Billions Promotions as well?
Of course, because at the end of the day, I don't care who promotes Gervonta Davis. I'm still gonna support him. Same way. You know, he's a little brother to me.
Tank been around us since he was like 17, 16. Adrien was already famous on TV and everything. We wrote him on the internet. Twin didn't even know him. Blew him out. Let him live with it.
Yeah.
He lived with this?
Yeah.
How much fun was that?
We were fun. I had him in
We was on bullshit.
What?
I remember when he was in Cincinnati. Like, he was at the gym, working out with y'all and everything.
You had him on what?
He was working out crazy.
I had a little Tank. You know, don't get me wrong.
Broner still sees Gervonta Davis as his little brother, no matter how big Davis gets in the boxing world. Even with all the fame, Broner says their bond remains the same. Tank still respects him as a mentor, someone who helped guide him early on and continues to support him from afar. The spotlight may shift how others see them, but behind closed doors, their connection is rooted in loyalty and years of shared history.
You my brother, and I see something
I'm gonna call and check up on you, see if everything work. Or if it ain't right and I feel like you should be over here, I'm gonna let you know. And that's just all it was. That's my baby brother. You know, he called and shit. That's what it was. And now we here.
Is y'all relationship the same in that way? Like, cause Calvin said that yesterday too. He was like that. There was a point where he was like, when Tank first got around you, he didn't want to leave. He was like, we had to track Tank down. Like, yo, where the fuck is he? Why he don't want to come back? Is it still that same type of energy?
Of course.
Like with y'all?
Hell yeah.
Cause you know, I'm just saying, like, now that Tank is like the face of boxing, right? So sometimes, you know, when a nigga gets some clout and they get some money, it's like shit changed.
See, one thing about him, why I respect him so much, because even though he's where he at right now in the sport and in the cash cow of the sport right now, he still look at me as big bro. He still look at me as big bro, and he still respect me as big bro, and our relationship.
A new wave of confidence is building in Las Vegas as Davis trains with laser focus and discipline. His camp is locked in, structured, serious, and all business. Observers are impressed by how detailed and intense each workout is. Davis looks stronger, more focused, and sharper than ever. According to those around him, this isn't just another fight, it's about proving something. The vibe in camp makes it clear, this one's personal. Lamont Roach isn't backing off. He's made it clear he won't be used to boost someone else's career. He admits he came up short in the first fight, but promises the rematch will be a different story. His team has studied Davis closely and adjusted their game plan to match. Lamont's attitude is now more focused, confident, and aggressive. He's no longer rattled by the spotlight. This time, he's fighting for the win and the respect he believes he's earned.
I'm here with Lamont Roach. We're here at Fanatics Fest. What's going on with you, champ? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. Feeling great.
I know you got that fight coming up. The rumors is out sometime August, September. Are you currently in training camp right now?
I actually leave out for camp next week.
Next week?
Yeah.
How you feeling going into the rematch, champ?
Like a champ, like I'm supposed to. I've been in the gym. I've been ready. Time to ramp it up, kick it in gear, and get right to work.
I'm gonna ask you a quick question about the fight. The first fight with Tank. What did you see in that fight that can help you propel into the next fight?
I saw all I needed to see in that first fight. Trust me. I'm gonna go back to the drawing board. Obviously, you know, I didn't do enough to win, so I'm gonna make sure we do more than enough.
Kenny Ellis, a key part of Davis's team, isn't ignoring Roach's effort, but he's not fooled either. He says there's a big gap between looking sharp in training and delivering when the real pressure hits. According to Ellis, sparring footage and flashy workouts don't count once the bell rings. What sets Tank apart is his grit, his ability to adapt, push through, and keep coming. For Ellis, that's the difference. Training gets you in shape, but it's heart and mental toughness that win fights.
Some great pad work that Gervonta Davis has put up. He put up a message as well, and I feel like it's great for the promotion because there's a lot of things going on in boxing. So he put I'll put him on a flatbed in Harlem Hospital. Yeah, I told them we rumbling.
Damn, I didn't see that one.
Crazy message. I see that a lot of people not really talk about that. This fight March 1st, I see Lamont working out a lot in the gym with his father, with a whole bunch of coaches up in Florida. Do you see a different Lamont Roach coming into this fight?
No, I don't. It's I tell people all the time, no offense, this is not a Lamont Roach, but a fighter can do everything in the gym, man. They can do their push-ups, their pull-ups, they can run 10 miles a day, they can eat their diet, they can change their diet, they can do everything right, but it have to be in your DNA to take pain.
Looking back, A lot of people agree that Davis wasn't at his best in the first fight. Whether it was outside distractions, a shaky game plan, or a lack of urgency, that version of Tank didn't show what he's truly capable of. Now, with his name on the line, Davis is fully locked in. He's not just going for a win, he's out to prove a point and show the world who he really is. This time, it's not just Roach in front of him, he's fighting to silence all the doubt.
Tank out here selling under 150,000 pay-per-views, you kidding me? Oh man, Face of Boxing, yeah, turn that shit off. Yeah, we shutting that shit down. Every single time. Does Shakur really want to fight Tank? I think Shakur could sell a bit more with somebody else. Especially in Saudi, I feel like they can find him a dancing partner that'll do a little bit better than 150,000. Okay, I get it. This is why PBC delayed this fight for what, 5 months? Y'all ain't want to pay this motherfucker because y'all know he can't sell. I mean, this should have been evident. If you do the math, Tank has never been that great of a pay-per-view draw. He sold over 300K twice now in his career. He sold over 300K with Ryan Garcia. That's obvious. Ryan's the bigger star. And then he sold over 300 with Martin. He sold about 325. But when we put it in perspective, that Frank Martin fight was a comeback fight after a year layoff, so it was always going to sell. Every comeback fight's going to sell. It was one of the first pay-per-views on Amazon's new PBC deal, so they were really trying to push it. And then he had David Benavidez as the co-main event with Gary Russell and Alberto Puello under them. So you take away all those factors that this wasn't a comeback fight. David Benavidez isn't the co-main event, and Amazon has now been in the game for over a year. It makes sense it only sold 150. I know there's going to be a couple of you guys in the comments. No, it sold 500K. Don't be so gullible. It didn't sell 500K. I don't know if Tank's a top... Well, I know for a fact he's not a top 5 draw in the sport of boxing anymore. Well. He's not selling pay-per-views. Bivol better be just triple him. Well, Jerry, their pay-per-views are cheaper. Don't matter. All that matters is who has more eyes watching him, and Bivol and Better BF do. Tank does not.
Davis has overhauled his team, bringing back the coaches and trusted members who helped shape him into a champion. This close group is focused on refining every part of his skills. From improved conditioning to focused sparring, Davis is fixing the weaknesses seen in the last fight. His approach is more balanced and mature, driven by focus rather than hype. He's showing that true greatness comes from knowing when to step back, rebuild, and improve.
Is anybody else who is a Tank Gervonta Davis fan nervous watching that fight last night? I was nervous after probably the third round. I was like, yeah, I don't know about this. Here's the thing. I think we all know Tank didn't take this fight as serious as he should have. In the post-fight press conference, he said he didn't know what round it was. He said he lost track of the rounds. That's not like him to do that. But I think he went in with the same game plan he typically does, where he just wears these guys down and then kind of baits them into just a crazy uppercut counter. And if you saw in the 11th and 12th round, he was going for it, but he couldn't connect it because this Lamont Roach guy, he's fast, he's quick. And as a Baltimore native, I wanted Tank to win. I wanted him to win. The whole Be More DC thing, I wanted him to win. I don't know if y'all saw when Tank was getting his hands wrapped, he was yawning. He didn't take it serious. But one silver lining is that he's probably not retiring now. He's got to take that rematch. And here's the thing, when he takes that rematch, when they do fight again, this fight, Tank's going to win this handily. He'll probably win it in the 7th or 8th. But yeah, it wasn't a draw. Tank lost that fight. Yeah, he took a knee. Strategically, he took a knee. But he took a knee. Tank lost that fight. Unfortunately. But I'm excited for that rematch. I feel like it's probably going to be the most watched boxing match in history.
One moment from the first fight stood out. Davis suddenly falling. Those close to him say it wasn't from fatigue or a hard punch, but from hair product irritating his eyes. If that's true, it changes the whole story. It wasn't a skill mistake, just a small technical issue with big effects. The fix is simple, but the lesson is clear. Real preparation means handling every detail. For Davis, this rematch is more than a title or money, it's about showing who he really is. The first fight made some wonder if he's still the powerhouse fans remember. Davis has heard the doubts and is using them to fuel his drive. A strong win won't just silence critics, it'll put him back on top. This is the kind of fight that shapes legacies.
People keep saying Lamont dang near beat Tank clean. Basically we seen it yeah, he did Tank that one, but Tank was limping out the ring. Bro, he didn't even get over on Tank for real. Y'all only saying that because Tank took the knee. And when Tank took the knee, it wasn't how like Ryan Garcia was when he took the knee once Tank went to his body. It was like, dang, like I'm taking him to get right back up. Can you do that in boxing? No. But y'all can't say that basically that, oh yeah, he won because of the knee. That shows that people just want to see Tank lose, bruh. Cause y'all betting y'all money on basically Tank losing because of that knee. Yes, it was a good fight. Yes, I'm not gonna lie. Lamont was defending himself like he's skilled. But bruh, he ain't walk all over Tank. Tank, bruh, if y'all go back and watch the highlights, I just watched the highlights last night. Them last couple of rounds, bruh, Lamont was balled up. Tank was literally, he was trying, like you could tell Tank was like, dang, I waited too long. So he was trying to throw some stuff like to make sure he get that one blow, but it didn't work. So that's why they doing that rematch so they could start over from scratch, round 1 to round 12. We gonna start over clean and let's see what's going on now. Now y'all want to be saying, oh no, man, I ain't gonna lie. At the end of the day, the first fight is what matters. No, it don't. Tank was, look, he real enough to say, hey, bro, let's do a rematch. Now, if he ain't do a rematch, he's like, oh, yeah, something going on. Nah, hush, hush. Hey, Calvin, step to the side. Let me get somebody else right now. I'm going to be hush. Let me get back in the gym and put my hat on, and we go at it again.
Even though the fight didn't go Davis's way, his skill was clear. His fast hands, sharp counters, and smooth defense gave Roach trouble early. Experts say the issue wasn't talent. It was staying focused throughout all the rounds. If Davis can keep that same energy the whole fight, the rematch could look very different. His team isn't saying their original plan was wrong. They admit it just wasn't carried out well. Instead of starting over, they're fine-tuning what showed promise. By studying Roach's habits and tweaking pressure points and combos, they're making smart changes. It's not about a total overhaul, it's about coming in with a sharper strategy. That smarter plan could be what Davis needs to turn things around.
Are you willing and able? You know?
A lot of people gearing up to this fight, I feel like more people, like boxing heads, are giving more respect to this fight. Then you have all these other fights. You know, you got the Shakurs and the Floyd Schofields. You got Teofimo might be entertaining a fight with Richardson Hitchens. You got Devin Haney fighting Jose Ramirez. When you look at Tank Davis and Lamont Roach, among all those other fights, like, do you feel like this, as a boxing fan, is just more of a competitive, like, get off your seat type of fight?
Yeah, like I said, Roach has always been at the top of the game in the amateurs and the pros. He's a world champion right now, and he got skill, you know? And everybody know Tank, what he coming with.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people didn't know Roach a few months ago, but they did their research now and they say, oh, this motherfucker can rumble. So now that people's eyebrows going up, you know?
Why do you believe he's so underrated? Do you believe it's because of him being a champion at 130 pounds?
No. A lot of times it got a lot to do how people promote themselves too, you know what I mean? Promotion got a lot to do with it. If people don't know you, they just don't know you. You know?
Right.
He just laid back. He just a laid back kid, man.
Davis's greatest strength has always been his patience. He watches, waits, then strikes with power at just the right moment. This blend of timing and force makes him a tough challenge. Experts like Teddy Atlas see him as a well-rounded fighter, not just powerful but also smart. The first fight shocked many when Roach, though smaller, stood his ground and landed solid punches. That performance gave Roach a confidence boost and snapped Davis into sharp focus. Now, the rematch feels different. Fans know Roach can handle Tank's power, and Roach knows it too. The real question is whether Davis can turn up the pressure and dominate like expected. That's the challenge he's preparing for.
Nobody, and I repeat, nobody likes ties in a damn boxing fight, bro. A tie? Are you kidding me? Like, I'm not gonna lie, like around round 8 or 9, that was going crazy. Like it was back and forth and everything, but like, come on now, stop it. Stop. Davis was supposed to get that fight, bro. He was supposed to win, bro. Like, are you kidding me? Like, who's ever in charge, bro, if it ends in a tie, y'all are going to immediately fight until somebody gets knocked out. Simple as that. Whoever falls first loses. It is that simple, bro. It is that simple. Because if they do a rematch and it's Lambert in this fight, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. So you might as well fight immediately right after that. Like what are we doing? A tie? Cap. I call cap.
That wraps up today's video. Stay tuned for what's next.